I learned about this guy, Dan Wootton, from following Johnny and Amber. Now, Dan published some false allegations about Johnny in The Sun, which we now know are proved to be wrong. The ironic thing is, Dan's got allegations out against him now. Those allegations are from this person you see right here, Alex Turby, who we'll get to in a second, and Byline Times, who write some fantastic, mesmerizing articles about Dan. Now, when allegations come out, there's a few things that happen. First, the people accusing come out and the word gets around, social media, things like that. Second, the media picks it up. Third, celebrities start inquiring and pitching in their opinion, which is a step we're not quite at, but we're getting there. We've got John Cleese came out and said something, and now this person, Lucy Lawless. Now, she's not huge, but you might know her, especially if you're from America, for Xena the Warrior Princess, the TV show. She's on X here, formerly known as Twitter, and she says, "Who the hell is this Dan Wootton guy? Apparently he's a Kiwi. I never heard of them, but allegations against him are getting really gnarly in the UK. Who was he when he was starting out in New Zealand? Anyone know?" So Lucy threw that out there on X. She's got over 300,000 followers, and the man who's accusing Dan replied and says he presented a slot on Good Morning, had an affair with the host, and then she left him for the guy who plays Gimli the Dwarf. Okay, well, as you might know, Alex probably doesn't think too highly of Dan. And this guy, Roy, says, "Miss Lawless, check out a Twitter profile called Byline Times. They've been doing a detailed investigation into him, which I must note is a 3-year investigation." And Lucy replies and says, "No, I know all that. I guess I wanted to hear the impression of his old colleagues' friends. Who was he before the UK? Pretty interesting, I'd say." Well, shouldn't we be mentioning what happened with Johnny here and the Sun? I don't actually see that being mentioned. That might clear it up pretty quick. Or you could even say he wrote some stuff on Meghan and Harry. Not that I have a big dog in that fight, but it's a pretty well-known thing out there. And of course, people linking the Byline Times articles, which wasn't exactly what she asked. She was asking about his past. I'm not sure why, it's not super important, but okay. This person down here says he started his career in New Zealand, writing entertainment. Richard says you're not really missing much. And more Byline Times. And Emily says he's a nasty, horrible little man who has hounded at least 3 young women to death via the UK media machine. Hopefully his vile excuse for a career has come to an end. Well, it might. I wouldn't say totally. What happens is usually when people get knocked out of something, knocked off TV for some reason, they go to radio. Knocked off the news for some reason, they do something else. But it's never the same. That's for sure. And some people say it doesn't matter, which I kind of disagree. Some people saying he's not worth a tweet. But the thing people forget is, it's not about is Dan a great person who's worth a tweet or not. It's about showing people a lesson, showing people what comes around, what goes around comes around. That was almost an outtake, but we're keeping it. And this person here reminds us that it's a 3-year investigation, not just a couple of articles. And as you can see, the comments here go down and down and down and down. Okay, here's the end here, but there's a lot of comments, and my point I was making is that when celebrities pitch in, the word gets spread that much further, and this word here is not very positive. So anyone who didn't know now knows, and they see a lot of things that are going on with the karma, you could say. Here's the actual account on about 310,000 followers, almost, something like that. I'll give her a follow for now, why not? Anyway, let me know what you think down below. I'm on X as well. Feels so weird to say that. Been saying Twitter for like years, but it's X now, so maybe give me a follow. And if you're not subscribed here, consider it. If you don't, I'll be sad, but I'll get over it. See you next time.